Okay, so James, what skills do you believe the industry is looking for, particularly in the sector you work within?
So for our sector, the hands-on skills of engineering, the core skills that you would learn in a traditional apprenticeship, that's what we're short of. And I think what we're trying to, well, I don't think, I know, what we're trying to do is a bit of myth busting, that engineering is a dirty industry, or perhaps it's low paid. It's neither. And just to get that out there, for the hands-on core skills, so a welder, a fabricator, an electrician in our sector, those sort of roles are typically at lawyer money, and I'm not sort of holding back there, because these are some of the myths we need to bust. And people who are passionate about what they want to do, but want a career in what is a fantastic industry sector, those are the sort of people that we're looking forward to talk to.
We are always looking for those traditional skills, those that James listed, plus bench fitting as well. So we're always looking for those kind of skills. At the other end of the spectrum, we are also looking for simulation skills, so we can simulate an environment and create a digital twin. Virtual commissioning, offline programming, it's those sorts of skills which we miss. So for us, our needs are quite dichotomous. On one hand, very traditional, other hand, very, very cutting edge.
Okay, great. Thanks for that, Jeff. And now I'd just like to ask a question to Rebecca, who is from South City College, Birmingham. So, Rebecca, how can people break into the industry to develop a career in manufacturing, such as the ones that Jeff and James were just talking about a moment ago?
I'm passionate about apprenticeships, and I'm sure echoing James and other people's comments, an apprenticeship is an excellent way to start a career within this sector, really learning those base level skills that both James and Jeff mentioned that you need to have to start with. But with the way the apprenticeships are now, you can go straight up to degree level. So there's nothing to stop you progressing in your career with the support of a college or training provider to get those more specialist and future-proofed skills. I think the engineering manufacturers I speak to say that actually future-proofing their business and their workforce for emerging technologies is really important. And by working with your apprenticeship to go up through the levels, you'll help with those emerging technologies to gain the skills you need to be able to get into the sector. If you don't feel that you're ready, or if you're not quite there with an apprenticeship, come and talk to your local college. There will be lots of different programs where you can put on for support. It might be that you just need a bit of confidence boost. It might be that you just need some lower level skills to be able to access an apprenticeship. We're here to help, and that's really important. Come and talk to us.
And the same question to you, Emma, what top tips could you offer to the job seekers in terms of employability skills?
I think my biggest tip to anyone going for any job in any sector would be energy, enthusiasm, problem solving. Just come at it with positivity and energy and want to be there, and I think you can do well. I mean, for me, my background is not manufacturing. I've come from a completely different world, and what I'm learning is how you can transfer skills from one world to another. I'm probably from the polar opposite of manufacturing. I was at Harrods for 8 years, and I had a senior roles there, and I went from being sort of knowing what I was doing in that environment to really kind of starting back down at the bottom again in manufacturing. So I've had to ask loads of questions and not be afraid to ask those questions and to sound stupid. But I suppose the more that I have worked in manufacturing, the more I'm realizing how much of what I have learned through being somewhere like Harrods, which is a global business and very fast paced, very high pressured, very high standards, all of that translates into running a manufacturing company where customer service ultimately is what you're delivering, and working with people. And I think there's obviously basic stuff that we need to remember when we're looking for work, in terms of your appearance, being accurate with your applications, all of that kind of stuff. But I think ultimately it is come back to attitude and to enthusiasm and energy.
Tanya, what qualities does Magna look for in their candidates when they're bringing on a new employee?
That is a really good question. Thank you, Yasmin. So in addition to what's already been said, there is an increasing focus for behaviours and attitude in every candidate and core skills. And those, it will include ability to think strategically, to think outside the box, work ethic that a candidate will possess, independence, reliability, ability to communicate. It's very important to be able to work as a part of the team. And I think in the manufacturing world, I hope the panel will agree with me, it's also things like curiosity and resilience, but being polite and being honest. So being able to develop relationship within the business and the relationship with the customers and maintain those relationships is very, very important. So I think that's what we also look for in addition to the skills, the key skills that employers, potential employees would have.